Hey guys, and welcome to the Touchline podcast. Today we're going to be bringing you a preview of the round 2 NRL matches. We just done a review of the round 1 game, so if you haven't had a look at that, make sure you check it out. We spoke about all the matches, the Bulldogs hammering against the Eagles, Dolphins shock win against the Roosters. So yeah, make sure you guys check it out. And without further ado, boys, let's get underway with the round 2 review. So kicking off round 2 is the Penrith Panthers take on the South Sydney Rabbitohs at Bluebet Stadium. So Panthers, as we know, lost against the Broncos. Shockingly, no one was probably predicting that. Rabbitohs, on the other hand, the 2 points at PointsBet Stadium against the Sharks. So how do you see this one going?
I thought this would go to Golden Point again. For Panthers. Yeah. It'll be 50-50, man. And it's always these days. It's always a tough game between Rabbitohs and Panthers. So it's either going to be close or like I think Golden Point really. So
personally, I can see, like you said, Golden Point, and I'm going to go Rabbitohs with the win.
Yeah, South.
I'm going to go Rabbitohs with the win. I think there's a bit of pressure on Panthers right now, especially with them wanting to make history, of course, to get the 3rd premiership in a row. So that's got that pressure on them. And losing to Broncos. Yes, Sam.
Yeah. Finish what you were going to say.
Yeah. So of course, losing to Broncos, it's going to really get them questioning heading to, of course, next week against Rabbitohs, and it's a big game for Panthers, and they have to win this if they want to get any momentum heading, of course, to another week, another tough round for them against. They got a bye. So
what I was going to say, I think it's going to be close game, neck and neck. I think both teams are capable of getting the victory, but I feel after that game against the Broncos, I feel, look, it's only round 1, just Panthers might be still hungover, of their 2 premierships in a row. But for some reason, I feel the Rabbitohs might get this one. I don't know why. I just feel Panthers now, the pressure's on them. They've just lost against Broncos, and I feel all the eyes are on them. No one was expecting them to lose round 1, and now they're facing Rabbitohs who are in great form. It's only been 1 game, but you could just see Rabbitohs look like the real deal this year. And I think they'll lose this one, and then they've got the bye, but then they got Eels. So they have a bad record against the Eels. So forget about the 3P. They could start their season 0-3. The reigning premiers.
That actually happens.
And I don't.
You can see the tensions in the team.
And that Lawai incident.
Lawai and Salmon.
Yeah. Exactly. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they start off their season 0-3 because Rabbitohs are tough and Para tough, and I just don't feel it's the same Panthers anymore.
Anthony,
I agree with you, Sam.
Do you think Panthers are going to struggle this year?
Bro, I'll be honest with you. After their performance against Brisbane, I don't see they're going to win this week against South. So I agree with you about South Sydney. I think they're going to win this game. I think probably like 4 points. I would say they'll probably just win South Sydney.
I've tipped Panthers
because after their performance.
Go.
Yeah, no, I'm tipping Souths to win. So I hope, honestly, they're probably going to win by 4 points. It's going to be a tough game. Don't get me wrong. It's like a grand final rematch from like 2 years ago. But no, you know what? South is going to be the winning side this week.
Yeah, what's it called? I'm tipping Panthers just to say safe.
Yeah.
But I think Rabbitohs. Yeah. They're gonna.
But you have that feeling South is going to win it.
Yeah, they're gonna give them a run for their money. So,
Sam, who are you tipping?
I'm tipping Panthers.
Anthony,
really? All right,
big Souths.
Bill,
Souths.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Souths.
Okay, we'll move on to the next game now. Parramatta started their season off with a defeat against the Melbourne Storms. As well as Cronulla Sharks losing to Rabbitohs. So both teams now looking for the 2 points. You don't want to start your season off 0-2. You just want to get at least 2 points in the first 2 games. So, how do you see this game unfolding?
I think this can go either way. I think because they're at home, they've got a halfback in their squad, a proper halfback. Hines is injured for Sharks, and just Parramatta really impressed me. Of course, against Melbourne Storms, you can see they're attacking. In the attacking department, it looks good. Defensively, it was solid. So just because they're at home, and I just can see Parramatta winning this game. Sharks, they're a bit under pressure right now.
Yeah, no, I feel Parramatta. Considering that the way they played against Storms, which was pretty decent, and I feel their attack is better than Sharks slightly.
Yeah.
I feel Parramatta's going to take this one for sure. Considering they lost last week, so
I think Cronulla now without Nico Hines, they're pretty much
lost.
Yeah.
Nico Hines carries that team, and look, already you take Nico Hines out, they're struggling. But Eels, on the other hand, despite the loss, their attack was very good. I see promising signs for them. As much as I hate to say it, but I predicted them out of the 8. But if they can keep it up and just fix on their final third in their attack, I think they're gonna cause problems for teams. So with that being said, I'm gonna go Para. I think Para by probably like 16. I think a big
Anthony,
win.
what do you think Sharks need to do to win this game? Because they
well, without Nico Hines, they need to settle a bit because they always rush it too hard. Like every game I've seen with Cronulla Sharks, they're always rushing it. But with Parramatta's side, man, they're a bit more better with their attack, but they just need to fix I would say, better the defense. But they've always been having too much errors. Yeah, that's right. Like they had too much errors against Melbourne Storm. But end of the day, I think I'm going to be tipping for Parramatta to win this game against Sharks. I think they'll be winning comfortably, like probably say about 10, 16 points, I would say.
So home advantage and Hines on
home
team.
advantage, yeah.
So we're all tipping Eels for this one.
Yeah.
We're tipping Parramatta.
Moving on to the next game. And now for me personally, this is the biggest game of the week. This is always one of the best games you look forward to. It's always a thriller, a golden point. You just name it. It just has everything in it. So the Broncos take on the Cowboys at Suncorp. This is
that's always a good game.
That's tough.
This is what I'm waiting for, right?
Like this one could go either way. Broncos just came off with a wonderful win against the Panthers. Cowboys again looking the same. They're strong in attack, strong in defense. And I feel even if it's a Suncorp, I think Cowboys are going to give them one hell of a game. So, what are your predictions for this game?
This is
I think Cowboys, man. Look, to be honest, Cowboys, they look so more comfortable. They're more relaxed. They're not like rushing things. They're always making their combinations perfect, back and forth, even with their defense as well. But like with Brisbane's performance against Penrith Panthers, they just won by a lap. I know it's probably a 1 point difference, but it's going to be a tough game, man.
It is.
This is what everyone's waiting for.
Last season, Broncos had 2 wins on the bounce. They versed Cowboys and Cowboys just humbled them. But I think it's a completely different scenario right now. You got Broncos who have stepped the level this year. They've been under what's the coach name?
Kevin Walters.
Kevin Walters for another year.
Kevin Walters for business. Sorry, yeah.
They got the home supporters right behind them, and I'm just going to be edging Broncos with this game.
I'm saying Broncos, man.
Yeah, me too.
Like Broncos,
I'm actually tipping for Cowboys.
To go and beat the reigning premiers like that.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
They beat him in all areas.
I'm actually tipping. I'm actually tipping for Cowboys because it's going to be a tough game, but I think Cowboys are going to win this one. I've got a feeling they're actually going to win it.
I'm going to disagree with Shabel and Bill. I'm going to go Cowboys as well. I feel that, again, as Anthony said, I feel they've been there, and I think they've got the experience. And as Anthony said, I feel they look more calm, and I feel they know what they're doing. I'm not saying Broncos don't. Broncos are very strong defensively, but for some reason, I don't know why. I feel Cowboys might just score a few more points than them. So, you got Tom.
Yeah, I think they will, bro. I think they will.
What Bill's trying to say is like that win against Panthers is going to give him so much confidence.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
100%. It will.
But even with Cowboys with their performance against Raiders, like that was a tough game too. But I think they played more better than Brisbane because it was just by luck.
Boys, you got to look at the level of opposition between those in round one. Cowboys were versing Raiders. All right, Raiders are good, but they're not Panthers level good. And then Broncos were versing Panthers. Panthers reigning premiers, mate.
Look, I know what you're saying. But, what's it called? Cowboys, of course, Cowboys is Cowboys. It's like saying Broncos beated Panthers, but then Melbourne beated Bulldogs. It's still Melbourne.
Yeah, that's right.
You got 2 good teams.
Anything can happen. Yeah. You can go both ways. It's going to be a tough match.
So we got
this could go golden point again.
Yeah, so we got 2 Broncos.
Yeah, you never know.
Okay, so yeah, so that one's going to be interesting. I think we're going to all watch that. Next one, 3 o'clock match. Roosters take on the Warriors. Roosters lost a massive defeat against the Dolphins. Warriors beat the Knights 20-12. So I don't feel it's an interesting game. I feel Roosters still might have this, but after that Dolphins game, you just don't know.
I feel they got some vengeance, Roosters, man. They got embarrassed. They got absolutely embarrassed.
I was just going to say that. I thought Roosters are going to actually demolish Warriors this week.
Oh, bro.
As much as that Bulldogs game was humiliating, that Roosters was worse than our one.
This is going to... this is the moment for their season. This is what's going to turn around their season, this game.
Yeah, and it's that early in, and it's surprisingly like they need to win this, or otherwise the pressure's going to be on them.
Oh, for sure. Bro, look, I'll be honest, bro. It's gonna be a good game, that one. Roosters, Warriors. It's always a clash. It reminds me of like the 02 grand final in 2002. Yeah. So, but you know what? I think Roosters must win this game. I think they should be confident and comfortable to win.
And
so I'm gonna tip the Roosters.
This is a big.
Yeah, that's right. Manu's back, and
yeah, I think Roosters. I think Roosters too, and I think probably a big win.
Yeah, for sure.
I reckon I wouldn't be surprised to put 40 points on them, really.
Yeah.
You never know, bro. It's going to be a good game, that one.
Yeah,
worst case scenario, what about if Roosters do lose this game?
Well, if they do lose this game, they've
probably got issues.
They've got Rabbitohs the following week, so they could potentially. If they do, they're going to start their season 03. So, I feel already like into the season where you got to grab as much points as you can early on, because at the end of the season, you're going to be wishing that you didn't lose those games.
You win the top 8, or even the top 2 or top 4.
Yeah. So we're all going Roosters for that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Next game, Dolphins versus the Raiders. Dolphins, we said 1. Canberra.
There's top game this week.
Yeah, there's actually mad games on this week. So yeah, what are your predictions? What are your thoughts on this game?
Where's the game at?
It's at KO Stadium, Dolphins home ground.
Oh, so yeah, I'm going another Dolphins win then.
Yeah, like Raiders,
Dolphins.
I mean, Raiders. Then again, Raiders came close with Cowboys last week.
Yeah,
like with Cowboys, like really tipped to be like in the top 4, but far out. Like I think, actually, I don't know about this game really.
I'm gonna
say Dolphins, but
look, Dolphins won against Roosters and they played exceptionally well. But I feel it's just that round 1. I feel it's not going to continue. I feel that they're going to have ups and downs now. I feel round 1, of course, motivated. They're in the NRL, but I think Raiders are going to get this one.
Well, what if they don't?
You think so?
What if the Dolphins don't?
Who knows?
The
way effect might be just they're going to keep on winning every game. But I don't know. I could be going to be. I might be too harsh on them. Give them a bit of slack. They're a new team into the NRL. But for some reason, I feel Raiders will have the experience to get it over them.
No, I think Dolphins.
Look, I think Dolphins are going to win it. They're going to win it comfortably. Like they're going to be putting big points, and they're going to play so hard against Canberra.
Home ground.
Yeah, exactly. So it's probably a home advantage too.
So yeah, it's going to be a very close game, but I'm edging Dolphins.
So you're all going Dolphins, and I went Raiders.
Yeah,
and especially
I'm tipping Dolphins.
Marshall Kings, of course, they all had exceptional games, but they have that bit of confidence heading into this game.
I was going to say that. Their confidence probably over the roof now. They're all confident. They believe in themselves. They've just beat premiership contenders in Roosters. So I think they're going to be putting their name out that they're coming for the top 8.
They could very well do that, bro. Like I rate Bennett over Bellamy. Really.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. But,
So next game, our beloved Bulldogs, the team we adore, is taking on the Melbourne Storm. And you know how that usually goes. We usually just get smashed there. So no Pappenhausen, no Coates. No Coates is playing, sorry. No Munster. So 2 key players, but still, I don't think that's going to be enough to get us over the line.
It's a tough second game considering the first game we had with Manly, who's less than Melbourne, really. But God knows what's going to happen. It's in Amy Park in Melbourne. We've got a bad history there. Fuck, man.
Look, I know we're going to lose this game, but I just want to see some fight.
Yeah.
some passion, score some points, because just show some good defense in there. We're not going to win this game.
You look at the game against Sharks in the preseason, and then you look at the game against Manly in round 1. I saw nothing positive from those games, nothing at all. And that
I feel it worse in the Manly game than we did in Sharks.
And that Sharks game, okay, that Sharks game was a trial, fair enough, but still, I wanted to see something, and I saw nothing. And that first game, I was hoping, okay, maybe it was just trials, whatever. And again, we didn't even improve on that performance. So I'm really worried, and I feel the Dogs need to step up this game. No matter if it's Melbourne.
Dogs are falling into the same trap that we fell into with Barrett. No creativity. There's no creativity, bro. When they play the ball, they do a one ball hit up. You know what I mean? They pass, like for instance, they pass, say the ball gets sent off to Adokar. Adokar takes it, he runs, tackle. And then again, it keeps repeating. One ball hit ups. Bro, you got to create moments in the game.
And that's
a game of footy.
That's a good.
That's creativity. There's no creativity.
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel we're very predictable in our attack. Like it's so easy. We move this way, the whole defense moves. It's not like we're breaking their defense and trying to find the pocket of space.
Like outside balls,
like get the fullback involved. Let him make a run. Let him get a line. Break. Like this is what's football about, you know, trying to be creative in your plays, not just to be boring, because if you're boring, what are you going to do? You're just going to keep
top teams. Look how they play. Look at the Panthers, the way they play.
It's only round 1, and Serrata has the rights not to change the team, but after that performance, as if he has not changed one play in that lineup, like we've mentioned a few times, Hayes Perham is not a fullback. You put
exactly,
and he's been there and done that, not like in a big level, but
and I've been saying that too.
Oh yeah,
but I'm saying, bro, that fullback, bro, he should be switching to center. I think Averillo should stay fullback, right, and he can play whatever he wants. Because the thing is,
No, go.
Yeah, but I'm saying Dogs, if they're gonna start clicking in, they got to play properly. If they're not going to click in, because we're going to have massive dramas down the track, bro, like in the season. Bro, we haven't won a game since 2014 in the finals against Melbourne Storm.
That's a long time.
It's been a long time. Yeah, it is. How many times we got to Amy Park? We always lose. We always suck up on our games.
Hayes Perham, I honestly think he should be dropped to the New South Wales Cup. He's still young.
Bro, he played.
I don't rate him. I don't rate him.
Exactly. I don't rate the bloke.
You not just chuck someone that young and hasn't even played with the team yet.
Exactly.
That quick. It's not like we signed a superstar. He's still young. You can't just
look at Averillo. He had he didn't have a preseason last year in fullback. He came into the fullback role and was amazing. Like he's probably been the best fullback we had in terms of creativity and just that spark. And he was like, I felt like if they gave him that chance under fullback in the preseason, he'll just take his game to the next level. And then obviously Hayes Perham comes into the picture. Like, why ruin something that was working perfectly? Keep it in fullback, help him grow. And who knows, he could have been our fullback for the next few years. But now looks like they've went down their own path. And quickly, before you talk, and I feel that we're changing too many times. I feel we need to stick to a plan. If Averillo was doing that good at fullback, don't try and bring Hayes Perham in to try him out. Averillo's doing perfectly. Just keep him in. Have faith in him, and it will pay off. But they're not doing that.
You know what really got me questioning? I watched the interview, the press conference with Hayes Perham, and he said they tried him in a number of positions. It was centre, winger. They even tried him at half, at 5'8", and now fullback. So you just don't know what position
they lost. They don't know what to do.
He's not their first choice fullback. They were just trying him in every position. He probably done well at fullback, but again, there's no plan for this fullback position. They just chucked him out there.
Exactly, bro.
One more thing, boys. But one more thing. You know what they stuffed up on? They need to drop Corey Waddell. What he did against Manly, he hogged the game.
Yeah.
He hogged the ball the whole time. He did not do anything. He didn't show us any good performance about it. But you know what? They need to bring Jackson to Topany. He needs to play like a utility role.
Why not give him a chance?
They put Corey Waddell in the interchange, mate. Come on, man. This guy doesn't know how to play footy.
I don't know what is it with Jackson Topany not getting a chance. He's the experience, like in a level. He's played enough New South Wales Cup grades. He's shown it in the first grade that he's a good player to help the team and help the team progress. But he's just not getting this chance.
Yeah,
exactly. And you know what? And on top of that, bro, because he has that grip, he has that strength, he has that mentality. He knows how to defend, he knows how to attack. But you know what, bro? In New South Wales Cup, they're actually coming fourth on the ladder in the New South Wales Cup. But Serrata should bring Jackson Toppany into the first grade in this game against Melbourne. They need to bring him in.
You know, someone that's like that will cause a lot of damage, I reckon. Or if used right, if he plays the right game, you know, if he offloads or whatever. Franklin Pele, what a unit he was in that Manly game. But they couldn't tackle him. If he can just, you know, make meters and like maybe offload the ball, maybe create a bit of, you know, create something.
Yeah,
with these guys really like he reminds you of a Pritchard or a Cassiano where they'd offload, they'd offload and they'd start something. So if he can do that, and if the boys can all link up and you know,
but he only had one error anyway, so it wasn't that bad.
I think his first game. I think his first touch, he made a line break.
Yeah, he did. Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin Pele, and I feel this team needs a bench that's full of energy. Reynolds, Pele, we need that because you could see against Manly, like that team was deflated and we needed someone with energy, and Pele instantly brought that. And I'm just thinking, what would Reynolds bring if he came on, you know? So,
sure.
So, yeah, I don't know.
But he has the injury for 2 weeks with the groin, so but he'll be back. I'm hoping Gus will put him in the next couple of
weeks. The boys should not get tired. Storms are a team that they keep putting the pace on your pressure. They're just going to suffocate us at the end of the day.
But on top of that, Billy, but on top of that too, they even said Bellamy that he's going to retire end of the year. But what's going to happen next for Melbourne Storm when they start struggling again?
But I'm saying as in the Dogs, bro. But I feel like a big issue for us is the cardio. Because the last 15, 20 minutes of that Manly game is like, as I said, no one wanted that ball. No one wanted to make a hit up.
They're exhausted. That's what happened.
They stand. But what the fuck? Create something out of that play.
The whole preseason, they were talking about their fitness. They were just everyone. Their fitness levels are up. They're training hard. And then look at every NRL team. It's like they're putting 10 times effort than what they are. Like they need to step up their cardio, bro. Like
the game's a fast-paced game. It's not like the game it was before.
There was this Dan Ferris guy. Dan Ferris guy, I think 2 years ago. He was part of the cardio, the injuries, all that. Yeah. And our cardio was poor. We had injuries constantly, and then you could already see it happening. Payne guy's out. Thompson's out. Reynolds is out. Like, what's going on with this club? Honestly, like, why is all these injuries happening? And I know injuries can happen, but if it's happening constantly to the team around, then it might be behind the scenes where the physios they're not doing their job.
You can't blame them.
Luke,
not doing their job. I reckon it's luck, bro. I think it's luck with all these injuries. Just bad luck.
Look, it happens, bro. It happens in NRL.
As I'm saying, my main thing is the cardio. It's like our cardio should be up to par with the rest of the. As I said, the game has changed. It's a fast-paced game now. You got to keep up with these teams. It's not the game of old where like it wasn't fast-paced where you could take your time. Now you gotta put on the pressure a bit, man. You gotta have your got to be.
Of course, bro.
Look, there's immense pressure for the Dogs, but I know who I'm tipping, and it goes to Melbourne Storms.
Look, I don't like to tip against my team, but I'm tipping again.
No, I've had enough of tipping for the Dogs. I've done it for too long, and I'm just over it.
Yeah, I'm tipping Melbourne. Anthony,
prove us wrong. Prove us wrong, please.
Yeah, of course. I'd love that. I'd love that to happen.
Yeah.
Look, Dogs will be okay, but you know what? Look, it's going to be a tough game. But look, I think we're all going to agree on this. Melbourne has to win this game. Yeah, I just don't want to say Dogs to win. If Dogs win, good luck to them, but Melbourne's going to win it.
And I feel if we do win, I want it to be a stepping stone for something, not just to be a one-off fluke like we saw against Roosters last year under Barrett. We got that win and we lost another 7. If we're gonna win, we want to be consistently winning. So if it's gonna start at Melbourne, let us start at Melbourne. But I want to see it continue throughout the whole season. So we're all tipping Melbourne for that one.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the next one. Last 2 games. Tigers take on the Knights. This one's pretty a fair game. I feel it could go either way. Both teams started their campaign with a loss. But yeah, I feel these teams are both in a similar situation. Tigers may be a bit more better, but yeah, could go either way.
No, I'm saying Knights. Really. Tigers just played poor last week.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they actually did against Titans. Knights, they did.
Show signs of good attack, but you said Ponga. Is Ponga in this week?
No, he's back.
He's out with a concussion.
No, he's playing. He's playing.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, as long as they got Ponga, yeah, they're taking it, man.
Like
Tigers
said,
are still in that rebuilding
patches,
stage.
Tigers had patches in that game where they look good, but majority of it.
Knights, I feel like Knights will beat them.
Why would you say?
Yeah, I think Knights will win too.
So what do you think?
I think they look in that Warriors game were like that. They in comparison to Tigers. I mean, yeah, Tigers do have a great attack, but in comparison to Knights, it could go either way. But I feel Knights has that slight advantage over Tigers.
Yeah, I agree with Bill. I think Knights is going to win this one. They're going to be a bit more like confident a bit, but Tigers are lacking so much.
Yeah.
Look,
and I don't think that. Yeah.
No, go finish, Anthony.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think Tigers are lacking with their defense and attack. But if Coruscant can fix those combinations with Brooks, maybe it might try and work out. But I say Knights is going to win it comfortably.
Look, Tigers, it's going to take time. Like, of course, for them to gel, for them to have a good attack, defense. It's all about they have to have the patience that we all had when we started our first rebuild. When
what's it called? In that rebuild stage,
yeah, I'm sick of that word as well.
Yeah, we're all sick of it too. We've all been saying that for the last 7 years, not just with Dogs, even Tigers too. Yeah. Everyone's had it.
Look, if Ponga turns up, Knights get the win. If Dewey turns up, Tigers get the win.
Yeah,
it's anyone's game, but I think Knights.
I'm gonna go. I think Tigers edge it.
Yeah,
because I think Ponga on his day, he's a really good player.
Sometimes he switched on, sometimes he switched off.
I think he's overrated, Ponga.
I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Sharps.
No, he's a great player, but.
Yeah, no, look, I think he is overrated because if you're going to be that solid player, you've got to be consistently playing week in, week out. Like,
100%, bro.
You can say
he fails to do that. Yes, he gets injuries, but when he has that run of form, he's always inconsistent. So for me, I'd say he's overrated.
I feel no. He's I don't say he's overrated. You can't say
he's overrated.
No, I think he is. Everyone's been saying it, bro. Kalyn Ponga is overrated. He is.
Because he's played, I think fullback is his position. I don't know why they put him into 5'8".
Yeah, really, that's another talking point. Really,
I think
I prefer him at fullback.
He's played 5'8" before in junior seasons for him, but I just see him. He's a better fullback.
But it's not a bad 5'8", really, but
he's got like that skillful within him. Like he's got that vision, but I prefer him to stay fullback, to be honest.
Yeah, his position is fullback.
Okay, let's move on to the final game. Dragons. Well, this is Dragons' technically first round. Yeah. They had the bye last week, so they're taking on the Titans, who are full of confidence as they beat the Tigers 22-10. David Fafita also re-signed a new deal 2026, which is a massive deal for them. It's going to give them boost them with confidence. So I don't know. I'm seeing Titans now. If they can get the win now, I don't know. It's too early, but I feel that if they can just build confidence of these wins and just fix off their inconsistency last year, as Shabal said, I feel they could maybe be an underdog this year.
Yeah, because they've got but they got Melbourne Storm next week and Cowboys.
Oh, so
it's
tough.
But it's important that they do get this win because they've got 2 hard games coming up,
and they're probably not going to get
2 wins out of 4 is what they would have expected heading into the season.
Yeah, so they're what's it called? Their objectives would have been achieved probably 2 wins out of the 4.
I think it's very important that their defense is strong again this week.
Yeah,
so they're only 10 points against Tigers, and if they can not concede as much as they did last season against the Dragons, I think they'll get the win. The 2 points.
I thought it was going to be smashing. Titans going to smash Dragons. Really, it's Dragons' game. Hey,
I said I was going to say that in my head.
Yeah, I feel Titans are warmed up, as you said. They play good. They played good last week.
And Dragons have lost their players too, and then
they've lost. Controversy has really stirred their club.
I feel this
first game, and Titans are going to.
Really, their star players are Ben Hunt and Lomax.
And Amon's coming back. He's been able to come back to the club.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's a big boost for them. You know, he's a very good player, but Titans too strong. Yeah, I saw that he's allowed
to come
back.
Sullivan. He's like, he can show what he's made out, the potential that he has.
Yeah, because that's their really Dragons. That's Dragons really like only hope.
Yeah.
Like Amon,
Amon, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the end of the season very strong.
Yeah, fuck, they're welcome. No way they're welcoming him back. All right.
Yeah. I think that the NRL investigator, they said, yeah, I think
who you saying, Anthony?
They're just desperate, really.
Who do you think's going to win this, Anthony?
I think Titans, they'll be comfortable to win.
Yeah.
So, but don't forget Dragons had a bye too, but anyone's game. It's going to be a really interesting one to see, man. Nobody knows what.
I'm going to go Titans 26 points to 6.
Yeah,
I think Titans will win probably like by 16 points.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big win.
I'm saying like 36.
Will be
36. Fuck, bro. 36-8.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. For some reason, I think it's a big win for the Titans.
It's going to be a long season for Dragons.
Honestly, man. I've never been more sure in my life that Dragons will get the wooden spoon.
They're going to struggle. Yeah. Even the fans are calling it.
Yeah, exactly. One customer at my work was like, nah, right off this season with Dragons.
Yeah, even even one of my mates at the gym, he even said Dragons, they're getting the spoons.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching our preview for round 2. Make sure you put your tips in the comments, see who you think's going to win. And we're going to be...
Hey, boys, wait, before we end, are we going to Melbourne, bro, for the Dogs and Storms game?
I think
it's going to be the content for the people, you know what I mean?
I think the fans have to decide.
Oh, let us know.
Let the fans decide, and then we'll take it from there.
I'm down to go. Boys, I'll buy the ticket now.
Yeah.
But we have to, man. We have
You sound like a millionaire.
Yeah, because...
wait, bro, it's only 200. Wait, how much is it? Like 200 a ticket?
I think it's less. I think it's less, actually.
Cuz, don't worry, bro. Make that up in a week. No worries, man. We're going. Let's go. Talk about it, but let's go.
$5,000 a week.
So we're going to be doing a podcast maybe this week, fan cams, maybe a watch along, something like that. We're going to be uploading more this week. So yeah, that's a wrap for today. Leave a like, comments, and subscribe, and we are out.
See you later.